We've got prime time hockey here on Wednesday night in Bensenville, Illinois, as the Chicago Blues and Chicago Bulldogs get set to go here at the Edge Ice Arena here in Bensenville. Ethan Wiles on the call with you tonight, and I am honored to be joined by the voice of the Chicago Dogs, Aaron Schellen. Aaron, not only thank you for having me again this season, but thank you for joining me on this call tonight. Got a good one for you.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here, Ethan. It's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, we get some midweek hockey. I love some midweek hockey. Breaks up the week. You know, we're so used to doing games on Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings. It's nice to do one in the middle of the week and get that, you know, that middle of the week break in there. Get some live hockey in, right?
Gave me something to look forward to. Sitting in the office for 8 hours today, knowing I was coming here tonight, and we've got two teams that are really battling for wins in different reasons. The Blues come into this one winning 6 in a row. They're 7-0-2 on the season, so you know they're looking to get this win and move to 7 in a row. As for the Bulldogs, they enter this one 1-6-1. They've lost their last 5 in a row, so you know they're going to come out firing early and looking to get on the board early and get some early momentum and hopefully walk away with a win in this one.
Yeah, you're right. The Blues are just a point behind Winnetka for second place in this Peewee Major Division, so a win here would leapfrog them over Winnetka, still with a game in hand on the Winnetka Warriors. And the Bulldogs are sort of grouped in with a bunch of teams there with one win on the season, so a win today would move them from 12th up to 10th in this division. So as you said, something to play for here for both squads. Records be darned here on this Wednesday evening.
Speak of standings, seems like no one is stopping Wilmette here early in the season.
Yeah.
11-0, 22 points early in the season here, and boy, I can't wait to see them here sometime down the stretch here. They seem like a fun team. 11
straight wins. You can't do any better than that, and everybody's sort of looking up at them, but still a long way to go here. Still have another 8 weeks or so left in the season to kind of get things right or continue to improve if you are the Blues.
And luckily it doesn't seem like there's a long way to go before the start of this game tonight. The Blues wearing their white uniforms with a blue stripe across the stomach. Very clean look. As for the Bulldogs, clean look as well for them, wearing all black.
Yeah, you got
color matchup here tonight.
You got almost the yin and yang thing going on here, right? You got the white with the black and blue accents,
Could
and on the other side,
be a scrimmage here.
You got the black with the white, right? With the white and blue accents. But as a broadcaster, I can say both have very clean jerseys to be able to see numbers and names.
I was going to say very readable names as well, which is a benefit.
Yes, that's huge.
Looks like we are set to go. The skaters meet for the opening face-off. The refs look like they're ready to go.
Trying to keep a couple players from cheating right in on that initial draw.
And we are set to go, and it's the Blues that gain the opening possession. They skate from left to right. Sorenko brings it in for the Blues. Number 66 passes it behind the net. Blues looking to get to work early. It's Ben Weiner behind the net. Gives it over to Mike McDevitt in the corner. There's a battle for it. The Blues able to retain possession. And now the Bulldogs able to get it and start feeding it into their zone. Sorenko is able to keep it in the Blues' possession before the Bulldogs get another takeaway. This is Jeremiah Melendez feeding it into the zone. It goes wide behind the net.
It's good body work. Good body work by Cole Corbett for the Bulldogs. No checking allowed, but you can be physical. You can use your body, and he used his body to separate the Blues skater from the puck.
I like the way Melendez used his speed to get into the zone and fire one on net.
You can see we are right above the rinks, so any play right in front of us, you're going to be coming right into your living room.
And thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday night. So Central State's game of the week between the Blues and the Bulldogs. Early battles here. As the Bulldogs get one going the other way, he'll dump it in, and the Blues retain possession. They'll start going the other way.
Nicholas Torling in goal for the Blues, and for the Bulldogs, it'll be Rocco Sanchez, number 41.
Nicholas Torling getting most of the action here early on, as the Bulldogs have fired some shots on net early.
That home run pass looking for Ethan Olchek just out in front of him, so it'll be an icing and a face-off down to, I think, the left here of Torling.
Early stoppage, 12:22, no score, first period.
14-minute periods.
It'll be Caro
That's Olchek
and
down
Olchek.
there. Yep.
On the second face-off of the game. Battle for it won by the Bulldogs. Wilk takes a shot, but Torling with a glove save.
And Max Wilk from just outside the top of the dots got a lot on that wrist shot, and Torling throwing the leather around here early, making a nice glove save.
I was going to say flashing the leather here early, getting that thing nice and loose.
I love a good goalie flip, you know, when they make that glove save.
They have a little swagger as a
little
goalie, right?
flair, yeah.
Bulldogs put one on net. Wait to get a number on that one. That was Teddy McNally who put one on into the crease, but it just skipped by.
And then Olchek put it up over into the netting, so an offensive zone draw for the Blues.
Another face-off with Caro and Olchek. This one to the right of Torling.
This is actually throwing me a little bit because I believe the Blues' other jerseys are black.
I'm telling you, it's like a scrimmage out here. Player falls to the ice, no call. Bulldogs keep the possession, and they skate from right to left. That was Caleb Stryker bringing it into the zone. The Bulldogs with a chance, but a nice defensive effort from Ryan Huff to get that one out of the zone.
Yeah, Torling stopped the puck behind his net, and it was a Bulldogs skater that got there first and almost jammed it in that far post. And now we got a trip at center ice. Cam Pfeiffer going to the box.
Get our first power play of the game.
Bulldogs this season, 23% on the power play, 7 power play goals, 31 opportunities. The Blues are, 29 for 36 on the PK. It's about 81%.
We mentioned at the top, this would be a great opportunity for a Bulldogs team looking to get a win tonight on the board early as they are in the advantage. And the Blues send this one down. Racing after it is Huff, who skates behind the net. The goalie almost didn't see him go behind the net. Huff skates back now and looks for his teammate Dupre.
And speed kills on the PK, man. He took that puck and he killed about 30 seconds just skating in circles.
Took on 2 skaters, yeah. Here he goes again. Huff brings it into the zone, this time facing all 4 Bulldog defenders as the Bulldogs take it the other way. Good work by the Blues to send this one down. Herman grabs it for the Bulldogs and gets a regroup going on this power play. Battle for it in center ice as the Blues look to get something going shorthanded. That's Powers shoots one on net. Rocco Sanchez is there for the save.
J.J. Powers with a shot through a couple of Bulldog skaters, a bit of a screen in front of Rocco Sanchez. Sanchez had to fight it off a little bit, but made the save.
Almost looked like Sanchez didn't really get a clean grab on it too. Was fighting it there in his stomach a little bit. Face off won by the Blues. Ergo puts a shot that's blocked by Martin. And the Bulldogs go the other way. On the advantage for about 50 more seconds. Just over 10 minutes to go in the first period. Pizzazz brings it in for the Bulldogs. He puts a shot on net. But Torling flashes that glove again and hangs on.
Well, you get an offensive zone face-off here, so you can kind of set things up. And if you win the draw, obviously good things can happen on the power play.
Seen Caro put up some good battles in the face-off circle for the Bulldogs. See if he can get one here with 40 seconds left on the power play. No score, first period. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Martin looked to feed it over to Kazaz, but that one was blocked away by a Blues skater, and now the Blues go the other way.
And Martin sort of lost an edge as he tried to make that pass, tried to shovel it forward with one hand, and good help defense by the Blues in their paints, but the Blues will ice it, which can do on the PK at this age level.
It was Zarenko who was looking for his man, Ben Weiner. Face off back in Blue zone. We got a whistle. Again, more cheating going on down there on the ice at this age level. Bulldogs win the faceoff, still on the advantage. Shot blocked away. Bulldogs trying to keep it in. Melendez does a good job at that. Bulldogs doing a great job keeping it in the zone. We got about 10 more seconds here on the advantage.
That's dangerous right at that blue line. They're good keeps, but if you aren't able to keep it in, you're sending the other team in with an odd man rush.
Melendez skates in, puts a shot that's blocked. Max Stark got down on a knee to block that one, and now he brings it into the zone, but a good stick by Wilk to put that one away.
Yeah, that was a 3-on-1 with the man coming out of the box, and Wilk did a nice job getting that stick in the passing lane.
Definitely seen a lot of speed in this game early on, and we see more of it here as Corbett brings it in. He feeds it over to, I believe that was
Johan Kim, number 15, and Kim on the offside tried the one-timer, but had to turn his body around to get that. It's a type of play maybe you like to see Kim just settle the puck down quickly and then turn and you shoot a backhand or then turn and fire off a wrist shot. It's so hard to take that one-timer on your offside like that.
Blues' defensive work has been great so far to start, as most of these faceoffs have been in their zone and they've been able to clear it out, as they do here going the other way. The Blues take it into the zone. Good backhand shot. Bounces off the board and back. Powers looking for a call. He will get it. Puts it over the net. The Blues doing a good job of keeping this one in. Olchek fighting for it against the board.
Ran into Teddy McNally, and size definitely won there as Olchek looks like he's about 6 inches taller than McNally.
Good skater too. Must be the name on the back of the jersey.
It must be.
Good work by the Bulldogs to take this one away and go the other way. McNally skating through center ice. Looking for something to work with. Puts a shot through, but that one is blocked away. And back go the Blues. Kleider's able to maintain possession. Puts one on net. But that one was blocked away by J.J. Powers, and the Blues go the other way. Nearly put in the back of the net, but just wide. Trying to see what name that was. That was Joey Bolanino, rather. Battle for it down in front.
Quick whistle. Quick whistle. Ooh.
I was about to say the same
caught a break.
There.
Yeah, Bulldogs caught a break.
But that was good work by Joey Bolanino to get that puck into the zone, but Rocco Sanchez standing tough. Face off to the left of Sanchez now. Just under 8 to go in the first period.
Yeah, that cross ice pass that you were talking about there, Ethan, it hit a stick and bounced up in the air, and I think J.J. Powers on the back end, number 29, just not able to tap it home.
Bulldogs working right to left. Wilk feeds it into the zone. Corbett battles behind the net with Dupree. Now Stark takes it away for the Blues. We got a scrum going against the far corner. Puck poked free behind the Blues net. Another battle now in the near corner. Nichols tried to get something going, but the Blues able to take it away. That was Mike Ray feeding it in. There's Ryan Huff again. We've seen him all over the ice tonight showing that speed. And like Aaron mentioned, the size of this Blues team is definitely something to keep an eye on for the rest of this game, because
they got some big kids.
They have definitely some big kids on this roster. 7 minutes to go, no score. Blues have it at center ice. They feed it into the zone, no icing. It's Johnson for the Bulldogs behind the net, feeds it over to Corbett in the near corner. Corbett's pass taken away by Weiner. Weiner with McDevitt calling for it. Weiner puts a shot on, but it's just to the left of the net.
Yeah, he was skating right to left, tried to shoot back to that near post and just put it a little bit wide, but good idea.
Had McDevitt there calling for the puck. Would have been interesting to see what he would have done with the puck there too, as Sanchez falls on it with 6:27 to go in period one.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, Blues came in undefeated, Bulldogs came in 1-6. Certainly doesn't feel that way here in the first period. It's been a pretty evenly matched first 7.5 minutes.
Something we talked about at the top. We were wondering how both of these teams would come out. One team on a winning streak, one team on a losing streak. One of those
potentially comes to an end.
Potentially come to an end tonight. Face-off won by the Blues, but have to skate back to avoid an offside. And the pass wasn't complete, so the Bulldogs skate back with it behind their own net. Good moves there behind the net by Wilk. Showing the ability to deke here at a young age.
Yeah, wasn't able to get back to the puck quickly enough, and that allowed the Blues to recover and start that forecheck. But it was a nice move behind the net to just stop on a dime.
That was Powers working it for the Blues at the blue line. McDevitt battling for the Blues now at the far corner with Zarenko. McDevitt able to take this one away, puts a shot on, but it's deflected away by Wilk.
Good defensive work by Wilk to get in that shooting lane, took it off the shin pad.
Max Wilk has been all over the place for the Bulldogs, and so has Kazaz. He brings it in, puts a move on, but it looks like that was deflected away.
Yeah, I don't know that the shot ever made it in on goal. He tried to tuck it into that near post, went backhand and then to his forehand, but two white jerseys hounding him from behind.
I believe it was Dillinger Gurgle who got a stick on that one to get that one away. Nicholas Torling, though, has stayed strong in the net. Any chance that the Bulldogs have, he has, along with the defenseman, put a stop to it. Battle behind the Blues net. The Bulldogs trying to get something going. Shot on net is blocked aside.
And we don't have shots on goal totals posted here at Edge, but it feels like the Blues right now are being outshot by the Bulldogs a little, I think. That's my untrained eye would tell me that.
An early power play that they were unable to capitalize on does help that, but any advantage to try to see what you can get done on Nicholas Torling is an advantage to take. Puck skates behind the Blues net. The Blues maintain possession as they look to break it out. Once again, skating left to right in their white jerseys. Bolanino feeds it in. Nearly put in, but that one is...
That was one-handed by Olczyk past the near post.
It was sticked aside. McNally goes the other way, and another name that has been all over the place, Olczyk as well, Ethan Olczyk.
Yep.
Must be all in the first name. The Bulldogs still looking to get something going. McNally was calling for it, but the pass, just never got home. Wilk with it again, loses possession. Blues go the other way. Annie Farquhar with a chance off the post. Rings off iron. Annie Farquhar had a chance to get the first goal of this one.
Oh, she rifled that.
That one had some speed on it.
Beat Sanchez clear blocker side about halfway up the net. Just rang the post and came back out.
She has had some opportunities with the puck early in this one, and that was a breakaway opportunity that looked really good, just inches to the left of the first goal of this game. Still scoreless, just under 3.5 to go, first period. This faceoff is won by the Bulldogs. Caro looks to get something going. That shot blocked away. McNally looking to keep possession with the Bulldogs, but it's picked up by the Blues. And now it's Huff going the other way with it. At center ice, going left to right. Good work by the Bulldogs. Two black jerseys over there able to get the puck away from him as Caro again brings it into the zone. 3-on-2 opportunity. Caro rips one wide. And they are able to keep it in. That's Johnson. Powers didn't know where the puck was for a second there, but his teammate able to keep it in possession. Huff again looked to get that breakaway opportunity going, but the Bulldogs playing some relentless defense here in the first period, just not giving the Blues really any looks outside of that last breakaway opportunity from Annie Farquhar.
That was good work by Chuck Kleider there on Huff, sort of one-on-one defense, and was able to break the puck up.
Puck back behind the Blues net. Gurgle with it. Breaks it out to Huff. Huff feeds it into center ice. Kleider was unable to keep that one, and good work from Weiner to try to keep that one into the Blues' possession. But again, just all the Bulldogs black jerseys there are fighting them hard there. 2 minutes to go, first period. Weiner, another guy with some size on this Blues team. Battle for it against the far board is one, and Corbett and Matz battling for it. Now we've got another scrum here at center ice. McDevitt brings it into the zone with Weiner to his right. McDevitt scores.
Wow, that was a impressive shot from below the right faceoff dot. Shot at far side, beat Rocco Sanchez blocker side, and the Blues break the ice here in the first period.
You can tell they like that top right corner. Tried to see Annie Farquhar just go to that top right corner, but this time they're able to capitalize, and it's the first goal of the game. The Blues lead this one 1-0 on home ice.
McDevitt wearing the number 44 jersey. I guess he just got it today from what I'm being told. So maybe 44 is good luck for him.
Already a goal in this one. I would say keep number 44
absolutely.
as long as you can keep that hot streak going. Blues lead 1-0, just under a minute and a half to go, period one. And now they break out looking to get another one before the end of the period. Zarenko skates in, looks for a teammate. McDevitt calling for it again in that 44 jersey. Dupre puts one on net, nearly put in by Weiner, but Weiner unable to have a good possession there.
That was a good tip attempt by Weiner out in front, just tipped it wide of the near post.
If he had about a second more of possession on that one, I think they would have been able to put that one in. We're under a minute. Dupre rifles another one, but good glove save by Rocco Sanchez.
Sanchez could see that one all the way, but Weiner was out in front again trying to get his stick on it, but those aerial shots, not always easy to tip. Good save by Sanchez, keeping it 1-0.
We talked a lot about good defense in this game and mentioned a lot of good defense from the Bulldogs, but the Blues as well. The Bulldogs, like we've talked about, have seemingly had more shots in this first period, but and several breakaway opportunities as well that the defense has been able to stop and keep this one a 1-0 game. Face-off won by the Blues. Olczek with it. Bolanino puts a shot on. Johnson had to jump out of the way of that one, and it was good work by Sanchez to keep an eye on the puck as it was loose in front of him for a second, and like I mentioned, Johnson had to jump out of the way of that one.
Sanchez, that last save he made, he was able to see the puck. This one, not so much. Had to track it through some legs and some skates, but it ended up in the paint in front of him, and he got the mitt down on it.
You love to see some good work out of the Blues here early, too, knowing where their screens are, when they can shoot the puck when players are in front of the net. And they look to get another one here with just under 30 seconds to go in period one. Olczek behind the net. Bolanino with it. Keeps firing on net, and another whistle.
The net came off its
as the
pegs,
net does come off with 19.7 left.
Yeah, the Blues got that goal, and I think they finally woke up here a little bit, Ethan. That offense starting to pick it up here in the final 90 seconds of the period.
We've said Joey Bolanino's name a lot in these last couple minutes as well, and he's just, anytime he gets the puck, he's just shooting it.
Yep. Put the puck on net, good things happen.
Absolutely.
Right, it's cliche, but it's true.
With 15 seconds to go, the Bulldogs break out, looking to get one. The equalizer here, 10 to go. McNally puts one on, blocked away by Powers. And now the Blues will take possession and will skate out the final 3 seconds of period one. And that is the end of period one. Score 1-0. We will pick back up with period two when we come back. Back here in Bensenville, Ethan Wiles, Aaron Shellen, Central State's game of the week, the Blues and the Bulldogs. Blues getting the first goal of the game late in the first, and they take that 1-0 lead into period 2. Thank you for joining us tonight. Some prime time midweek hockey.
Nothing better. Nothing better than hockey during the week.
Aaron, you and I were talking before this one. It's nice to finally get into hockey season, baseball season winding down a little bit.
Yeah.
Now we get started with the fun.
I spend about 4 months of my year doing nothing but baseball, so it's nice to get a bit of a break, and we're going to get a power play here for the Bulldogs. It'll be their second.
As you mentioned, their second of the game, unable to capitalize in the first period, so they get another opportunity.
And it's going to be Pfeiffer again. Cam back in the box for his second trip of the day. Always got to be aware of your stick, right? Even if a trip is unintentional, you still, your stick is an extension of you out there on the ice, and even if it's an accidental trip, it's still a trip.
These Blues have played hard through the first period, keeping the Bulldogs off the board. We mentioned it in the first period. The Bulldogs had a lot of breakaway opportunities, but Blues defense staying strong, and see if they can stay strong here as the Bulldogs have the advantage again, looking to get something going. Corbett at the point, unable to keep it in possession, but Wilk there again to save the day.
It's been a pretty good power play for the Bulldogs this year, as we mentioned. They sit at about 26% or so before they're 0 for 1 today. I mean, any power play that's over 25% is typically considered really good, so they've been pretty solid there.
Grady Nichols doing good work to keep it in the position, but a pass goes wide, and now the Blues go the other way. Annie Farquhar, who nearly hit a goal in that first period. She rang the bell.
She certainly did.
Hit the post with a beautiful shot. Now the Bulldogs work the other way. Bulldogs skating left to right now, wearing the all-black jerseys. The Blues wearing the white top, I believe black bottoms with the blue stripe across the center. We were talking about how crisp these uniforms were at the start of this game. Most importantly, the readable names for us here up top.
Yes. Yes, the things that we struggle with are when the jerseys are tucked in, because sometimes you can't see the numbers when the jerseys are tucked in, and then jerseys where the color scheme of the number is close to the color scheme of the jersey, like white and gray or gray and yellow or something like that. That can be tough to see, but these are good. These are good. I like these. Make our job easy.
It was good work by Ethan Olchek to get it out of the zone and force the Bulldogs to regroup. Wilk doing a good job of battling through a defender to keep that puck in the zone.
We're going to have another penalty called here. This one I think is going to be on the Bulldogs.
And there goes Nicholas Torling, and there's the whistle, and the penalty is called.
So it'll be a slash on the Bulldogs. It's going to go on...
Maybe that's Max Wilk head to the box.
Max Wilk, number 12, yeah. So the Blues iced it, but the power play is still going to come down to our left because of the penalty. So 4 to his side for 27 seconds, and then about a minute and a half power play.
It's been a good battle here. Wednesday night, Central State's game of the week. Some rowdy fans here too tonight.
It's loud kids, but that's okay. Wouldn't be youth hockey without a bunch of kids running around.
As long as they get the homework done before hockey, right?
Sure. I don't care when my kids do their homework as long as they get it done. If they want to play sports, which they do, my oldest plays baseball and my youngest plays basketball. If they want to play sports, they can. They just got to get all their stuff done too.
Doesn't change when you get into high school or college either.
It's going to be offsides. Is coming in out of the. It had Pfeiffer coming out of the penalty box, jumping into his bench, and then Ben Weiner, he came from that door that's in the offensive zone while the puck was at center ice. So an offsides. With a minute 20 left on the power play.
It's got to be the most stressful part of
Yes.
a hockey game is the line changes.
Blues sit about 23% on the skater advantage this year. Bulldogs have struggled shorthanded, just 61% on the PK this year.
The Bulldogs doing good work of battling behind the Blues net. It was Teddy McNally, who again is showing off the speed and now showing off the physicality. They're trying to keep the puck in their possession.
And not the biggest kid out there, but not afraid to use that body.
Weiner showing off the moves. He shoots and scores. Ben Weiner, top shelf.
Yeah, he ripped that glove side high, got around the defender, got some space, and he knew exactly what he wanted to do with that shot, didn't miss, and the Blues get a power play goal, and they go up 2-0.
You can tell these young skaters have confidence when they're able to shoot with strength and they're able to shoot high like that. It's good to see. Blues take the 2-0 lead. Goals from Mike McDevitt and now Ben Weiner, one in each period, rather. 10.5 to go, second period. The Bulldogs looking to answer.
Both clean shots too, right? They weren't what you would consider a grubby goal, right down in the crease area. Those were both snipes.
All three strong chances from the Blues. We go back to Annie Farquhar's shot that hit off the post. All three of them have been rifled at the net. And I like too the little stick twist after the goal too.
You love a good goal celebration, right? I've always liked the when you skate and you put the stick like between your legs and you sit back on it like you're riding the stick. That's one of my favorites.
Yep.
I think probably my favorite is when a guy hasn't scored a goal in a long time and then he pulls the monkey off his back. That's one of my favorites.
I'm glad I'm up here because I could not do any of that on the ice. So.
No, I can barely stand on skates.
Yes.
I'm a street hockey guy. I love hockey. It's probably my favorite sport to be a part of, but yeah, I can't. I'm a street hockey guy only.
It makes me respect calling it that much more.
Watching what these kids do. Yeah, absolutely.
So couple good chances from the Blues again. The Bulldogs staying tough here, down 2 in the second. Blues putting a lot more pressure on the Bulldogs in this second period. I'd say the Bulldogs probably had more pressure.
Yeah, now we're going to get another penalty on the Blues. This will be Ryan Huff going to the box. So another power play opportunity for the Bulldogs, and this is one that they really need a goal here, down 2-0. Get an opportunity to cut that lead in half.
You talk about pressure. Now it's time to put the pressure on the Blues here, down 2. Again, thank you for joining us here on Wednesday night. Central State's game of the week, the Blues and the Bulldogs here at Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville.
And our second game of the week will be Sunday. That'll be up in Wilmette. I believe that's a Squirt major matchup. I have to double check my notes, but I believe it's a Squirt game.
I gotta say, this is probably one of the cooler places I've been to just because you can stand outside and watch the planes come in and take off. I feel like we're just beyond the runway of O'Hare.
We're not that far away. Not that far away for sure.
Bulldogs bring it in. Kim looking for a teammate, and he finds Johnson. Johnson gives it back to Kim. Good work finding Corbett. Corbett rips his shot, but that one goes wide.
He tried to go blocker side, but missed that far post.
Wilk at the blue line for the Bulldogs, keeping it in the zone. Corbett goes behind the net now, keeping it with those black jerseys. Kim now in the near corner with Corbett. Corbett battles with it. Kim able to keep it in their possession. Olchek goes for the fight with Kazaz for the puck. And the Bulldogs able to maintain possession here under a minute to go on the power play.
The Blues have done a good job keeping the Bulldogs on the outside on this power play. So a lot of possession time for the Bulldogs, but nothing really towards the net.
That was Olchek looking for a call here. He was taken down, but the refs say nope, keep playing, as Olchek this time able to get possession with it. He rips his shot on that skips wide of the net.
I think Sanchez got his stick on it and helped it wide, but I think it was probably going wide either way. But you never know when you're shorthanded, right? You get an opportunity, go ahead and let it rip.
Never know when one can skip in off a little chunk of snow down there by the net. Stark this time for the Blues.
It's a dangerous pass up the middle by the Bulldogs there. Fortunate that it didn't turn into more for the Blues.
Annie Farquhar battling with Wilk at center ice. Good poke check by Stack to get this one back, and here comes Farquhar again. She rang iron earlier, and this one, another rifle, just goes wide of the net. She is fun to watch shoot the puck.
Yep, denting the end boards with that one.
These two teams battling at the near board in the corner in the Bulldogs zone. This one goes back at center ice. Now Stark back in the Blues zone near his own net.
Power play up. Bulldogs now 0 for 3.
Back to 5-on-5 hockey as Zarenko brings it in for the Blues. Makes some moves. Zarenko loses possession. Runs
I thought we might see an arm go up there. No penalty called.
Was skating in and almost just lost possession there. Went into Sanchez, and like Aaron had said, I was looking for the whistle as well, but no call. We play on. Nichols with it at center ice for the Bulldogs. He puts one on net. That one was loose for a second. Melendez had an opportunity. Good work by the Blues defender. As Zarenko skates in, he loses possession with it, and Sanchez falls on top of it, and Herman falls on top of him.
Yeah, Herman was pushed on top of his goaltender by Ben Weiner, and I think we're going to get another penalty here. I thought I saw an arm go up. Yeah, we are. We're going to have a penalty on the Bulldogs. That'll go on Kleider. Kleider was sort of draped over Landon Zarenko as Zarenko was on that last rush, and right at the last minute when Zarenko tried to take the shot, I think a little bit of a hook there from Chuck Kleider.
One thing about this second period that I'd say is that the pace of this game has definitely sped up in this second period.
For sure.
Which has made it a very fun game. We've got a 2-0 score, just under 6.5 to go in period 2. We've got another power play here. As the Blues are on the advantage. Bulldogs trying to stay in this one, down 2. Good work by Annie Farquhar there as she finds Ethan Olchek, who goes around the net, looked to backhand it in as Sanchez was on his belly there, but unable to put it in as Olchek, and we stay at 2-0.
Sanchez came out of his net to try to play that puck and got caught a little bit out of position as Olchek tried the wraparound on that far post, and Rocco was able to dive back towards that far post and keep that puck out of the net.
Seen a lot of good stuff out of this line between Farquhar, Olchek, and Bolanino. Bolanino is really just shooting out of a cannon here when he gets possession. And so has Ethan Olchek as he has it at the blue line. Feeds it into Bolanino, but the pass was behind him as Farquhar has it behind the Bulldogs net. She looks up for Powers. Powers makes a move, but good work by Melendez to get a stick on that one. And here come the Bulldogs. Melendez with Nichols to his left. Nichols looked for the pass, but that one skips over his stick.
And an aerial pass is tough when you got a man on your back.
Good work for the Blues as they go at a 3-on-2 opportunity, but Melendez showing that speed, able to regroup and get back on defense. And now the Bulldogs able to retain possession and go the other way. Puck at center ice. Dupre for the Blues takes it away as they look to get something going on the advantage. Dupre skates in. A backhand shot that was blocked away. Nichols gets it for the Bulldogs with Weiner and McDevitt trying to keep possession of the puck in the Bulldog zone. Zarenko battles up against the board with Johnson. Johnson takes it away for the Bulldogs with 10 left on the advantage. See if they can get something going shorthanded. Johnson fires one on net, but Nicholas Torling will ice that one with 4 seconds left on the power play and 4.5 to go in period 2, 2-0.
Torling hasn't been challenged that much, but that was a good shot by Trenton Johnson from just inside the blue line, sort of a dipping wrist shot that sometimes that can catch the goalie off guard and sneak 5-hole, but Torling did a nice job seeing it all the way.
Can definitely tell they're doing exactly what you should at this age. Put something on the net.
Sure.
Get some bodies around there and hope for a bounce or lucky stick there, something like that. Back to even strength hockey. Blues have it in the Bulldog zone. That one shot goes off the helmet of Sanchez.
I think he got his glove on that, actually. But, yeah, I mean.
I thought I saw the plastic there bounce around, but anywho, it's a save regardless as the Bulldogs enter the Blues zone. Caro rifles a shot, but a good save by Torling. And as you mentioned, Torling hasn't really been challenged much. He was right there, got a pad on it, and put it aside.
A pretty right toe save by Torling.
Seems like the Bulldogs are inching closer to getting something in the net here. And that's
a couple good shifts in a row.
That's all you can do is build on those shifts, one after another. Face-off handled by the Blues, but the pass is intercepted by Wilk, brings it into the zone with Stryker to his left. That one poked aside, and now Stark battles with two Bulldogs in the near corner. And the Blues go back skating right to left. Dupre with Ray and Huff as the forwards. Huff feeds it in. This one goes wide. Stark able to feed it in again, but a couple defenders from the Bulldogs get this one away. The puck is loose in front of the Bulldogs net, but this one poked aside. Good work by the Blues. Looking to add another goal here in this second period, and now we have a whistle.
Be another penalty, I think, on the Blues. Pfeiffer's out there. I don't think it was him this time, though. I think it's going to be Mike Ray, number 25. It will be.
You got it.
The Bulldogs have had their chances, Ethan. This is going to be their fourth power play of the game. They've been held off the board so far.
And after a period that has flown by compared to the first 14 minutes of this game, this truly becomes a crucial power play opportunity for them to get something going here before going into the final frame.
Those goals in the last couple of minutes of a period are always important.
The face-off was won by the Blues, and here comes Ethan Olczyk with Annie Farquhar behind him, but good work by Melendez to get a stick in there and poke that one wide. Melendez retains possession, gives it up to Corbett, and here comes Melendez. Showing off the speed, gets the move to go by the first defender, but good work by the Blues, able to battle this one back. 2:40 left in the second period as the Bulldogs bringing in Max Wilk, a name that we've said a lot tonight. And we've got another penalty coming up here.
Who's this one going to be on? It's going to be on the Bulldogs, I think.
And another.
It'll be Wilk.
It'll be Max Wilk heading to the box. So back to 4-on-4 for a minute 20.
Those are backbreakers. This is twice now that the Bulldogs have had a power play ended prematurely because of a penalty called on them.
Down two, you just cannot have that.
Nope.
This face-off will be to the left of Sanchez. It's again 4-on-4 hockey for about a minute 15 seconds left with 2.5 to go in the second period. 2-0 Blues. Olczyk making some moves around. He puts a shot with the backhand on, but work by Sanchez to fall on that one.
That backhand can be tough to stop. You know, you don't really know where it's going to go. It's hard to elevate, but, you know, because you're not putting as much on it, kind of a change-up style, to use a baseball analogy, you know, expecting the gas and you get the change, and Sanchez did a nice job sticking that left leg out to protect that far post.
We've seen Ethan Olczyk really just able to handle everything he's asked to do, whether it's forehand, backhand, skating around the net, trying to go backhand there behind the net. That was a nifty move there. 2 minutes to go, second period.
A lot of open ice, 4-on-4 with these 12 U's.
McDevitt for the Blues at center ice, feeds it into the Bulldogs zone, but Kleider and McDevitt battling behind the net. Bolanino enters the scrum, trying to get this one back into possession. Dupre and Gurgle are waiting at the blue line for what is this Bulldogs breakout. The pass goes wide. Pass intended for Corbett, but went behind him. And now McDevitt has another opportunity with the Blues, but Corbett playing strong defense. Nichols there as well. Now Nichols and Dupre battling in the near corner. McDevitt once again able to get a stick on it. Herman made a move on it. Feeds it into the blue zone, but just not enough black jerseys there. Ben Weiner on the ice. He's got the second goal of this game. That was Torling. Tried to get a glove on that one, just beyond the reach.
Good possession here by the Bulldogs, shorthanded. Good job.
Herman at the blue line. That was Kleider who looked for, I believe it was Nichols. That one goes down. 30 to go, back to 5-on-5. 2-0 second period. Weiner able to get possession for a second, but good work by the Bulldogs to get this one back into their possession. Now a battle in the far corner in Bulldogs territory. 15 seconds left. Blues trying to add another here before the third period. Stark puts one on net. It was good work by Sanchez to get a glove on it. And the final 5 seconds of the second period tick off, and we will head to the final 14 minutes of this one here in Bensenville with the 2-0 lead for the Blues. Aaron and I will be right back for that final frame in just a little bit. Back here at Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville, final frame of our Central States Game of the Week, the Blues and the Bulldogs. On a Wednesday night prime time.
It's been a good defensive matchup. Just a couple of snipes by the Blues have given them this 2-0 lead. We've seen some good goaltending, but we've seen some just very solid defense on both sides.
We've also seen a lot of good chances as well, a lot of good shots, some of them that have rang off the iron. Ethan Wiles alongside Aaron Schellen here tonight. Happy to be with you. Thanks for tuning in. Wherever you're at, hope you're enjoying your Wednesday night as the Bulldogs look to get something going here early in the third period. But Nicholas Torling has been strong all night long and stays strong here early in the final frame.
Giveaway by the Blues down in that far corner, and Marcus Caro got some space and shot it into the body of Torling.
Caro's been the primary face-off player for the Bulldogs and has done a
pretty good job. Bulldogs done a good job on the face-offs today. I think it's one of the things that's allowed him to stay in this game is winning those offensive and defensive zone draws.
Olczyk puts one on net. Good work by Sanchez, and another good save by Sanchez there. That was
Farquhar on the rebound.
Again, these two have been phenomenal tonight at
79
on the net.
79 and 97 out there. Really doing good work off each other.
See, I'm not a numbers guy, so I'm glad that the names are on the back of the jerseys, because you asked me to remember that. Oh, boy. Battle for it behind the Blues net is won by the Blues as Olczyk breaks it out. Gives it up to Joey Bolanino. Bolanino up against the board, loses possession of the puck, and the Bulldogs go back the other way.
Good body work by Henry Herman to separate skater from puck.
McNally had it for a second, lost it, but the Bulldogs able to keep the puck in their possession. Now it's taken away by Huff. Now sticks are flying all over the place now as McNally lost it. He immediately skated to the bench, and now we've got a stoppage.
And the puck hit the dead wood, and the official stop in the play here.
12:18 to go
We got
in
a
the
penalty.
third.
We got a high sticking call here on Mike Ray, so he's going to the box for a second time today, and now a fifth opportunity for the Bulldogs. Let's see if they can get through this one without committing a penalty of their own. They've already had two that have been cut short because of penalties while a skater up.
Still plenty of time in this game, too. Only down 2. Faceoff was won by the Bulldogs for a second, but good work by the Blues to get that one out. Johnson able to get it to his man Nichols at center ice, and now Huff back at the blue line, skates back, looking to regroup his Blues team. Pass goes off the stick, and a really good opportunity for the Bulldogs there as Nichols was able to keep it in, but that was poke checked aside. Now the Bulldogs look to set something up on the advantage. That one was put on net, but good work by Torling to kind of stick that one away. Pfeiffer takes this one in for the Blues. The shot is fallen on by Sanchez with 11.5 to go, and we'll talk about a goalie that has been strong tonight as well.
Yep.
Rocco Sanchez staying strong despite facing a lot of strong shots from the Blues.
He's gotten beat a couple times, but again, those two shots were both they were both snipes, both that kind of upper third of that net, so you can't really fault him for either of them. He's been pretty solid in nets and covered up there on the shorthanded attempt by Cam Pfeiffer.
Faceoff is won by the Bulldogs, who are still on the power play for just over a minute. Looking to get something going, down 2 here in the third. With this relentless Blues defense, led by Mike McDevitt, who scored the first goal of this game with another strong shot. Got this one going early, now playing good defense, keeping the Bulldogs out of their zone, and we've got an offside with just over 11 minutes left.
Good work at the blue line. That was McDevitt, as you mentioned. Good work at the blue line right in front of his bench. He forced the Bulldogs skater to sort of pull up, and then line mates went in ahead of the play for the offsides.
Something that we've talked about throughout the night here is the size of this Blues team. McDevitt, one of those players who's not afraid to use his size compared to some of these other players. And
stacking that blue line when you're shorthanded, it can be tough for the opposition to break in. Sometimes you got to dump and chase.
The Bulldogs have done a good job of setting up opportunities, but just have not had one get in the back of the net here, and it looks like they're about to have another power play opportunity. And as I say that puck wanders into the crease there. And Torling keeping an eye on that one, falls on it with 11 left on the advantage. The faceoff stays in the Blues zone.
So Johnny on the spot was Nicholas Torling there. That puck just drifting through the paint.
One of those, I happen to just find that right here. Good work by the Blues to kill this penalty. With just over 10 to go, we are back to 5-on-5, so the Bulldogs' power play struggles continue. Weiner coming on with...
They ran through Grady Nichols. It was a clean hit, nothing wrong with it. Both players trying to occupy the same space, and usually the bigger one is going to win. That was Chuck Kleider, who got knocked down, and usually the bigger player is going to win that battle, and that certainly happened there.
Talked about the size in this game. When you're on the ice, things just kind of happen like that. Melendez has shown off the ability to make the moves in towards the net, but Boy, Nicholas Torling, if you're giving out 3 stars, making a case for number 1.
Melendez, a nice move to cut in between the circles, but some, again, more good back-checking work, more good defense by the Blues to just tie up his stick and not let him get anything clean.
When you're getting good defensive play as well as good goalie play, you're going to shut a lot of teams out. Yep.
That's why they haven't lost again. That's why they haven't lost in regulation this year.
Torling falls on that one as well, and the Bulldogs still applying pressure here.
Their only 2 losses of the year both came in overtime.
I mentioned at the top, the Blues have won their last 6 in a row, looking for 7 here tonight. Bulldogs looking to end a 5-game losing streak. And they still have plenty of time to do so. As I mentioned, they're still applying some pressure here, looking to get something going. But just good defensive work and good work from Nicholas Torling all night long has kept them off the board. Goals from Mike McDevitt and Ben Weiner are the only 2 in this game. First and the second period. No scoring so far in this third and final frame as we get under just 9 minutes to go. Puck wanders down, no icing. Blues able to keep it. They skate left to right as Pfeiffer brings it in. Bounces one off of the skate of Herman, keeps possession with it, puts it on net, but Sanchez is there.
And just a hard shot from pretty much parallel with the red line, and Sanchez came out of his net to make the save. I don't know if that one bends in or not, like a soccer corner kick, but Sanchez not taking any chances.
That's one thing you can say about this Blues team. If they have an opportunity to shoot it, they are going to shoot one with some speed, with some power.
Put the puck on the net. No reason not to.
Talk about a guy that has some power. Ethan Olczyk bringing one in. Makes a move past Kleider. Looked for Farquhar, but good work by the Bulldogs to come back the other way. Max Wilk showing off some good skills here as Olczyk wins the puck battle, brings it into the zone. Farquhar with it. Puts a shot on. That goes wide. Very similar to the shot that rang off iron earlier in this game.
It was a nice toe drag by Olczyk that set Farquhar up there and got her clean.
Olczyk rips one from the blue line. We've got
pads and sticks.
It's a yard
all sorts
sale.
of stuff down on the ice right now.
Bolanino looks to be, I don't know if he's hurt. I hope he's all right there as he skates off the ice, kind of holding his hand there. That was a rough shot. Friendly fire, too, off the stick of Olczyk as here he comes again. Olczyk making moves, brings it in, loses control of the backhand. Good work by Sanchez. And the Blues keep possession. Olczyk goes off. As we got a new skater for the Blues. That was Zarenko that came on for him.
A bouncing puck. Sanchez made the save. Yeah, Olczyk looks very comfortable out on his skates. Blues team is really sort of smothered this Bulldogs offense. The Bulldogs have had a handful of opportunities, but nothing that you would really call, grade A, prime opportunities. It's just been a very, very solid Blues defense.
They've done a good job of setting it up. Good stick-to-stick passing, setting things up, but like you mentioned, this the defense for the Blues tonight has just shown how strong they can be and how good they are.
17 goals allowed in their 9 games. Anytime you give up less than 2 goals a game, you're doing something right.
They're doing so tonight as Weiner comes in looking for goal number 2 on the night. Look to go 5-hole, but Sanchez.
That's a pretty save by Rocco Sanchez on Ben Weiner. Came down that near wing. That was a power move. Started angling towards the net right at the top of that near dot and got in behind the defense and forced Sanchez to make a big save.
Great work by Rocco Sanchez. And about the last period and a half to keep this one a 2-goal game. Battle for it in the corner. Weiner wins the battle, puts it on net. Johnson had to jump out of the way of that one, but Weiner gets his own rebound and puts his second of the game in the net. And it's 3-0 Blues. He scores his second of the game.
Yeah, that shot in, I think that hit a Bulldogs skater out in front. I don't know that first shot made it in on Rocco Sanchez. I think it hit a body on the way through.
I believe it was Trenton Johnson who was in front of the net. He jumped out of the way of the first shot. I'm not sure how it got back to Weiner, but it ended up in his stick, and he put that one in the back of the net.
Weiner did a good job, essentially, like a basketball player, following your shot, right? He took that shot that bounced back up to the top of the paint, and he just continued moving forward, and that puck found his stick on the far side of the paint, and he was able to just shovel it past Sanchez to make it 3-0.
Great work staying with that one. And as Aaron mentioned, makes it a 3-goal game with 6:15 to go in the third. The Blues looking to add on with more. McDevitt brought it in, but good work by the Blues to take this one away and skate the other way. 6 minutes to go. They're looking to set something up and get one on the board for these final 6 minutes. Tick off the clock. The Blues, as we've mentioned, have won 6 in a row. With it holding on to this lead, they would win their 7th in a row and go to 8-0-2 on the year. The Bulldogs will hope to end their losing streak on the next timeout.
Surprised we didn't see an arm go up there. Melendez
took a hard ball into the board.
Had his legs taken out from underneath him on that drive to the net. No call on the Blues. Stays 5 skaters to his side.
Johnson with it for the Bulldogs behind the net, waiting for his teammates to set something up.
Away.
Bad pass.
Yeah.
Opportunity for the Blues to add on. That was Pfeiffer, but kind of spun around and lost possession of it. Back goes the Bulldogs the other way. Kleider looked to feed it up to the teammate, but that one just out of the reach of Martin. Johnson with it. Huff in the corner for the Blues. The Bulldogs able to keep possession. Melendez with it across center ice. Takes it into the Blues zone. Gives it back. Pass over to Martin. Martin looked to get possession of the puck, but it just didn't have a good chance at it. Melendez puts one on net, but that one is held on to.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the Bulldogs. They had a couple of opportunities in between the faceoff dots. They just weren't able to get the puck on their stick cleanly, and by the time Melendez did, Torling was able to be in position to make the save, but the Bulldogs had 2 chances there. If they had been able to pull that trigger from where they were, those are those high danger opportunities you're looking for.
Talked about the face-off success of Caro, but that one unable to stay in the zone. And with 4.5 to go, the Bulldogs are showing some fight down 3.
Yeah, you play to the end. You play to the end. I mean, goal differential and head-to-head and all that stuff matters, big picture, when you're talking playoff seeding and that sort of thing. So always play to the very end. You know, this game ends 3-1. Maybe that makes a difference, big picture, when you're talking about postseason seeding.
And no matter the level, you don't want to get shut out. You always want to put one on the board, and that's what the Bulldogs are looking to do here. Caro showing good speed. Striker.
I don't think we've seen a shutout this year on the Central States Game of the Weeks. I'm going to rack my brain. No, there was one this past week. You and Eric, right, on Sunday. You did the...
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I think that might have been the only other one.
Farquhar rips another one, and she has been doing that all night long. This one goes high above the net.
Yeah, she's got a pretty wicked wrist shot, number 97 in white.
Saw an opportunity earlier. Bodies go to the ice here, no call.
And the stick went flying,
Stick went flying across the ice. The Blues have an opportunity here, regardless of, I believe that was Bolanino who lost his stick.
And he was slow to get up, but he's up and moving now.
I think he was looking for the call. Striker with an opportunity. His stick almost appeared to be held, but he's unable to get a clean shot off. And
it was good back check work by the Blues there again.
And we've seen it from this angle, yeah.
And we've seen that all night. I mean, the good active sticks. They're not up around the waist. They're just tying the sticks up down on the ice and nothing wrong with that. You just can't get that stick up around the waist for the hook. But, just more good defense by the Blues tonight.
Bulldogs with an opportunity here. That was Jeremiah Melendez with an opportunity, but that one goes high and wide. That'll for it in the near board. Kleider.
Net came off. It's unfortunate for the Bulldogs. They looked like they were about to be setting something up, but net came off, so we'll have a whistle and a face-off.
Seems like the story of the night for the Bulldogs. We talked about those power play opportunities.
If they've been just a step slow or behind or whatever you want to use. Again, they had a couple opportunities just a second ago where they couldn't get the puck cleanly onto their stick, so just a step behind. But that step is enough to put you in a 3-0 hole.
Still fighting strong here are the Bulldogs with just over 3 minutes to go. Down 3-0. McDevitt has one on the night. Looked for another one, but that one bounced around.
Close to being offsides, not called.
Sarenko looking for the pass across to McDevitt. What a pass, what a find, what a backhand. McDevitt gets his second of the game. And with just under 3 to go, the Blues add on. It's 4-0.
Yeah, that was a pretty feed from Zarenko, and McDevitt on the backhand, able to one-touch it up over the right shoulder of Rocco Sanchez to make it 4-0.
You can tell he has a lot of confidence. He is always near the net calling for the puck.
That was a pretty pass, pretty finish by the Blues. So a couple of goals for Weiner, a couple of goals for McDevitt.
Just under 3 minutes to go in this game.
What do we got?
Another whistle here. It looks like we'll have another face-off.
It's just a solid all-around effort by this Blues team today, offensively, defensively, and goaltending. They're a very solid hockey team. You can see why they are where they are in the standings.
And I think if you're the Bulldogs, there's a lot of positives to take away from this game as well.
I think the Bulldogs played pretty well defensively, too. They got beat a couple times, couple of really tough shots by Weiner, and McDevitt beat Rocco Sanchez. But, yeah, I think they played pretty well today, too. They certainly didn't look like a team that had come in 1-6.
Hungry for a win, the Bulldogs are.
And they just weren't able to finish, and the Blues were. And it's kind of why we are where we are.
Loose puck picked up by Matz for the Blues and taken into the Bulldog zone. Puck loose in the near corner in the Bulldog zone. And the Bulldogs in those black jerseys go the other way. And we've talked about how these uniforms basically could be home and away for the same hockey team. Bulldogs wearing all blacks. Blues in white jersey, black pants. Same color of blue as Huff puts one on the net. Rattled around a little bit, but good work by the Bulldogs to kick it out as McNally comes right to left.
And then Pfeiffer was there on the rebound as well.
Puck was loose for a second. Melendez able to get it.
We have another penalty called here.
He was tripped.
Another penalty on the Blues with 1:20 left. So chance for the Bulldogs here over the final minute. 20 seconds. You said you never want to get shut out. Well, here's another power play opportunity for the Bulldogs to try to get one before this one ends.
Especially to build some momentum going into the next game. Caro again at the face-off circle. This one to the right of Torling, who has been phenomenal tonight for the Blues.
It's J.J. Powers in the penalty box.
Face-off won by the Blues. They'll kick it out. Pfeiffer going the other way. Immediately, the Bulldogs get to it with just over a minute to go in this game. Blues trying to keep that defensive work going here late in this game.
Yeah,
down on the advantage.
If you're the Blues, finish strong, right? The Bulldogs don't want to be shut out. The Blues want to finish the shutout. So both teams can play this final minute hard.
You'd imagine that if you're the Blues here, you're probably just going to keep dumping it down. Obviously, you're killing off the penalty as well, too. So just killing time here with 46 seconds left in this game, up 4. Once again, thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday night. Some primetime hockey in Bensenville, Illinois at Edge Ice Arena. Then Wiles on the call here, joined by Aaron Schellen.
And our next game, I mentioned, will be Sunday. It'll be a Squirt major game. It'll be Winnetka and the Cyclones at 11:30 in the morning. It'll be up in Winnetka. It'll be Mike Napolitano on the call for that one.
Good opportunity here from the Bulldogs. Nichols was out in front, but trying to see who it was that put it on the net. That
was a shot from the point by Gus Martin, and then it was Cole Corbett on the tip.
Torling has stayed strong. 25 seconds left in this game. The Blues look to get it out of their zone, but the Bulldogs doing a good job. Martin again rips one on net. Good save by Torling. The puck is loose, and it goes in. There we go. The Bulldogs get on the board with 10 seconds left. Trying to see who put this one in for the Bulldogs. 4-1 here late in the game.
I think that Gus was it 14? Was it Gus Martin?
I believe it was Kazaz who was down 24. In front. Martin put it on net, but I think Kazaz was the one who finished that one off.
That puck rolled through the legs of Torling in the paint, and Dennis Kazaz was there on the back end to
good work at first there too. But as we've said, the Bulldogs able to get one late, but that is it. The Blues able to hang on here on our Central States game of the week. They get the win 4-1, and you're looking at the goaltender for the Blues who.
Well, he wanted the shutout. But you'll take the 4-1 win for sure.
You know, with 10 seconds left, if you're the teammates, you almost got to give him the shutout.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You got to apologize to your goalie giving up that one in the last 10. But fun game tonight. It's a good Blues team. They played well today.
Absolutely. As always, an honor to be calling games with you here. It
was fun, Ethan.
Would you say Sunday was the next broadcast?
Sunday, 11:30 up in Winnetka. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, as always, tune into that one. We've got a great crew here. As always, getting you set to call some hockey for you, as myself here and Aaron Schellen getting set to send it off. The final score, the Blues 4, the Bulldogs 1 here from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville. Thank you for tuning in to our Central States game of the week. We'll see you back on Sunday. Have a good night.